So I had this dream a while ago where I was holding my sister as I was like fighting off people who were trying to like come towards me for like lusty purposes. And it was like I'm sitting here trying to like teach my sister something about God, and all of these people just keep on trying to come and get in between that relationship with me and her because of lustful purposes. Don't let people who want to validate you or who will give you what's it called, short-term validation, don't let those types of things, it doesn't even have to be a person, don't let those types of things get in the way of you, like what's more important. Impermanent? What does impermanent mean? I have no idea. You are a person that has a 111 on the clock. You are a person who has a very big purpose, you have something to teach for this world. You affect people's lives in the best of ways. We are all connected. You go and shed light on someone else, and that person goes and shed light on someone else, and then that person goes and shed light on someone else. Continue to share your light. Don't let low vibrational desires get in your way of doing that, because it's gonna try and try and try and try again, especially whenever you're not paying no damn attention to it. Especially when you're not paying no damn attention to it. I don't know why this is coming through, but it's like how whenever they how people say whenever they get in a relationship, that's whenever all of a sudden all the people want to come out the woodworks acting like they like them and stuff, wanting them and stuff. That's that negative energy. That's that negative ass energy that be trying to, get people to, it's temptation to get you away from what is bringing you long-term validation. Because those people could sit there and cheat, and then they would lose what actually makes them happy. Then they would feel shitty about themselves. You know what I'm saying? You may be on this long journey, this long, lonely journey I'm hearing, and it may be easy to forget why you're on the journey. You're gonna be reminded. You're gonna have a conversation with somebody, multiple conversations I'm hearing, multiple conversations. I'm seeing like a main idea bubble with like it's like a main idea, and then there's all these like different bubbles, like something I did in school and shit. You're gonna have all these different bubbles, these different conversations, these different experiences that are gonna remind you of the big bubble, that are gonna remind you of the main idea. Sometimes it's easy to forget, sometimes it's easy to get lost in the sauce. But you're gonna remember. You are remembering. It never left. Sometimes you just need to be reminded. Sometimes the passion that you have just starts to dry out, and you got to add some more wood. Sometimes the fire starts to go down, and you got to add some more wood, add some more fuel to the fire, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Please don't beat yourself up, because you are doing perfectly fine, my love. You are always where you're meant to be. Even if you fall into temptation, it's okay. Because guess what? Whenever you recognize that you fell into temptation, you are able to pull yourself out. You are able to pull yourself out. Recovery starts with acceptance. You're always in the right place at the right time. Don't ever let yourself forget that. I'm hearing, don't let yourself make the wrong decisions by knowing that, though. If it don't feel right, it's not right. If it don't feel right, it's not right. You are, I don't know why I'm hearing the diviner of your moral compass. I don't know what the fuck that means, but you are the one that creates your moral compass, even though you were already born with it. You were already born with your moral compass, with your moral values. It's your life experiences that bring it out of you. You know what I'm saying? It's your life experiences that bring it out of you. Also, I don't know why this is coming up, but don't demonize people that piss you off. Don't demonize people that do wrong upon you, because it was their purpose within this life to do wrong upon you. Everybody is always at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. And I know that that's hard to hear, especially if you have some fucked up shit happen to you. But everybody has a purpose, and no pain goes unwasted. No pain goes unwasted whatsoever. There would be no balance in this world if everything was perfect. There would be no balance in this world if everything was bad. It may be hard for you to keep on going. Also, Alicia Cole could be significant. I don't know why. Alicia Cole. I don't know if this is her, but I keep on falling in love with you. I don't know if that's her, but I'm hearing it. Everybody's in the right place at the right time. You meant to weird people out, because what people are weirded out by, one day, 20 years down the line, they finally understand and accept. Sometimes you're meant to weird people out so that they'll be able to accept it later on, so that they'll be able to see the bigger picture later on. Sometimes you're meant to go through the shittiest shit so that you can help people. I'm hearing sometimes you choose to take one for the team, and that's not saying that you chose what you went through, but your soul did, because you're always in the right place at the right time. Your soul chose the battles that you would go through, and if you don't want to believe that, you don't want to believe that. But sometimes it's easier to believe that than believing that it happened to you for no reason. The Last of Us could be significant. I was watching someone playing The Last of Us, and basically the little girl was she was immune to the disease, and she basically it's a zombie game or whatever, but she was immune to the disease that caused the zombies. So they were trying to get her to some doctors across the country that could create a vaccine. But if they were to create a vaccine off of her, she would die. So the man that was helping her get across the country didn't really care about her at first, but through all of their trials and tribulations, he fell in love with her. And she reminded him of his little girl that he lost. And so whenever he took her there, he killed all of the doctors and took her, because that's whenever he found out that she would have had to have died. So basically he took away her choice of dying for a purpose. And she felt like she needed to die that way, because whenever she got bit with her best friend, and her best friend turned, but she never did. She felt like her life had a greater purpose, and he took that away from her because he loved her. He loved everything she was, but everything she was because of that hope that her life would be for something. and he took it away from her. I'm smelling roses. White roses, to be significant. Significant, to be specific. White roses, to be specific. Also, Wednesday could be significant as well. But it's just like the dream I was talking about. I was sitting there trying to teach my sister something that about God, and all of these, in my dream, like all of these people just kept on trying to get in between that, but in between me and her, with their lustful wants, their lustful desires. They wanted to get in between what I was trying to do. This could be something significant for you. People are gonna love you for you and what you have to offer this world, and they're gonna want to take that from you because they want to keep you to themselves. Because it's hard to realize that it's hard to share something so profound. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to share something so profound. Also, I was looking at one of my readings earlier, like one of my old readings earlier today, and I was talking about Mary Magdalene, and basically the card was explaining that Mary Magdalene believed that there was no sin, no such thing as sin. It was us who placed sin upon us. It was us who, drifted from our own moral compasses. Going back to what I said about you are the one who creates your moral compass. You are the one who creates your moral compass, and it is you who drives yourself away from it. It is your actions that drive yourself away from your own moral compass. When you are broken and down about the shit that you have been through, it is you who just, and this sounds so fucked up, but it's the truth. It's you who decides to lose hope. Whoever I'm talking to, you have been through so much. And in all of those situations, I'm seeing that you had every reason to lose hope. And shit, maybe there was even times that you did. Maybe there's even times that you told yourself you were gonna give up and you weren't gonna do it anymore. And yet you're still here. Do you know how proud of yourself you should be? Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know how great your purpose is? Do you know how many people you're gonna help in ways that you never had? Your pain is not gone wasted. There's so many people that are wishing for a person like you. There's so many people wishing for a person like you to help them. Wishing for your wisdom. Wishing for your wisdom to bless them. You are the person that many are waiting on. You are perfect the way you are. I want you to know that. And if anything ever makes you feel bad about yourself, if your body makes you feel bad about yourself, if the way a person makes you feel bad about yourself, if a person's words make you feel bad about yourself, I want you to look at everything you've overcome And the fact that you're still a good person, the fact that you held on to your moral compass through all of that. Because you could have easily, also 666 could be significant, bubbles as well. You could have easily given up and become another person that hurts. But you didn't. And I want you to know that that possibility will always still be there. And it's up to you to navigate through. No one is safe from being a bad person. What is a bad person? No one knows. No one really knows what a bad person is. Also, like grandma-y perfume could be significant as well. Wearing things backwards. No one really knows what a bad person is. But what we configure as a bad person is someone that's hurt us, has done wrong upon us. But does that make that person a bad person? Or was that person just doing something wrong and okay with it? Everyone has their own story, and that doesn't invalidate your pain. But to recognize that someone did something to you out of their own pain takes away the power that they have over you. Because if that person was just, a person that had never been hurt before, and they just decided to hurt you for no goddamn reason, that would be pretty fucked up. That would be like a personal, like, I personally hate you and I'm personally going to hurt you just because. But to sit there and say, yo, this person hurt me because of their own lack of validation, because they've been hurt before, because of things that they've been through, because of whatever fucking reason that you don't even need to explain to yourself, because honestly, it doesn't fucking matter. It just matters that they hurt you. And it wasn't because of you. It wasn't your fault. That's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't your fault. And to say that this person just did you wrong because of nothing, because they're just a bad person, would be like saying it's your fault. You know? And that's really hard. It's a hard concept to wrap your mind around, especially if you're a victim of SA. Especially if you were a child. It was never your fault. It was never because it was you. It was because it was them. It's because they were hurt. It's because they had their own shit that they never dealt with. And now you have the power to deal with your shit so you don't become them. Don't hold hate in your heart for those who have hurt you, because then you become a slave to them. because then you subconsciously believe that it was your fault. That's something I'm still working on, and I want whoever's watching my videos to know that these messages are never just me speaking. I'm always speaking to myself. For I know that within myself is the way I'll help others. Just like within yourself, you will help others. I don't know why this is coming up, but it could be significant. I was watching an interview. I don't remember who the fuck it was, but it was one of them rappers. And he was talking about how he got paid more money to talk about negative shit, like killing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. You know, doing that type of stuff, selling stuff. You know, and how he regretted it because after he got the money he wanted, he realized how many people did he make believe that that was what life was about. How many people did he put those words into their mind just for money? Because he got it, and now he has the rest of his life ahead of him. And now he has to live with that guilt. I don't know why that was significant, but it's something like that. You will always find peace within being yourself, within speaking your truth, within being you, no matter who hates. No matter who hates, because along with that hate is love. When you are not being you, when you are not authentically being you and speaking of your authenticity, it haunts you. It haunts that it wasn't you. You know what I'm saying? It haunts that you got all of this and it's not even who you are. Be you. Don't be afraid to be you. No matter how many times people want to hit you for it. Be you, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, 10 years forward, you'll be able to sleep at night knowing that nobody could take you down. Knowing that no matter how many times they hit you, you were still able to sit there and stand your ground. You are God. You are God. And we are all connected in that way. We are all of God, creator, source, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The laws of the sun, that I've been seeing that on my YouTube, and I didn't watch it for like a couple of weeks, but then I finally watched it, and I was like, holy shit. Blew my mind. Venus could be significant. I know Sagittarius is in Venus right now, but Venus, either in your chart, the planet, look up what Venus means, you know, that energy is significant to you right now. You are of light. You are light. And it's easy for you to forget that. It's easy for that light to be dimmed when you forget that. It's easy to think that you're meant to be in the dark. You're meant to be dark when you're surrounded by others who believe they're meant to be dark to achieve light. But people who believe that they are meant to be dark to achieve light only ever end up in the dark. That whole fucking interview. That interview, bruh. That's gotta be hard to live with. And I'm pretty sure there's so many other different situations that applies to. It's like being a doctor and knowing that you're doing something that doesn't sit right with you, but you do it anyways because of the money. And then that shit haunts you for the rest of your life. It's like it all goes back to the fucking dream, bro. Don't let no situation, no money, no worldly desire get in the way of what your heart is wanting to do. What your love, Venus, what your love is wanting to do. Because of worldly desires. And it might be hard sometimes to understand what it is your heart wants to do. It might be hard sometimes to understand. Look at all these leaves falling, bro. So magical. I'm also being reminded of a reading I just did. Your dead leaves are not wasted. All of these leaves are going to turn into dirt for the trees and the plants. Look at your dead leaves, because that is what hurt you the most. Look at your dead leaves and think about what you could do with that, with what you're doing. What can you do with your dead leaves? And it may not be easy at first, it never is. The pursuit of happiness is really significant. He changed so many people's lives with his story. Can you imagine being a black man that has lost everything in that time period, and to have been able to make money like that, become a millionaire after being homeless? And then see your story being brought to life and changing so many other people's lives. Giving them hope. Giving them hope. No matter what's happening, no matter what your story looks like at any point in time, know that you're always in the right place. Know that as long as you follow your heart, it will always lead to better for you. Squirrels or skunks could be significant. I think I just saw a skunk running across the trees. Oh no, it's like two squirrels. They're like running after each other. How cute. You are beautiful. And I pray this reaches whoever it needs to. And I pray it resonates in the best of ways.